Okay, it's Will and Jamming. Welcome to my channel. So let's continue our journey of Godot game dev. And so previously I left you guys with a little bit challenge. By the way, you're watching a series of video of Godot game dev, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just watch this series, okay? So I said that we made something like this. Okay, let me show you. We made something like this. So a functional game that we can actually catch, and we can actually print it out when they enter the area 2D. But instead of printing out, we want to add something that can actually, user can have some sense of achievement. Okay, this is a little bit involved in gaming design because right now you already got everything moving, but the player will think it's pretty boring because they get no sense of achievement. They don't like no benchmark here. There's no like hurdle or some like scoring system. So what I'm gonna do is to use this signal as well as label. So just a one introduction, one concept at a time. Okay, I want to use these two together and make a scoring system. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go back to the game and let's add something that can actually show the score. So I'm going to search for it. Okay, label. So you can say node, canvas item, control, label, rich text label. You can even go rich text here. Right now, I think label is right enough. Okay, plain text. Pretty good. Great. And we got a label here. Okay. And of course, you see this like a dot sign here. You don't forget to save it, okay? Constantly saving is always a good idea. And you can go to the inspector and see we got some text. Let's go back to 2D. Ooh, we got something here. So let's enter some random text, 000. Okay, so, I believe it's too small. Let me change that. Okay, let's play around with this. That's one of the most, like, the thing that I love the most is to do this control and then customization. I can spend like a whole day. I could worry about design. I love this. But right now it's too small, and it's I believe that the default is a whitish color. So I'm going to make it a more stand out. So layout, theme, mouse, focus, visibility, theme, input, mouse. Okay. Layout, transform, local, focus. Theme override. Okay. Okay, I believe it's theme override. Yeah, theme override. Okay, so I can override the default one. Color. Yeah, if I switch this color, you can actually see it. So it's a color thing. And font is definitely too small. Like 1 pixel, that's definitely too small. Okay, I'm going to make it at least, I don't know, why 100. Oh, that's too big. Maybe like 70. Okay, preferably like inside the scale you get. So W here, move it somewhere here, but still too big. Maybe 50. Okay, that's pretty good. That's definitely too much of a score. Okay, I'm going to make it less 0. Okay, 300. That's a pretty decent one here. And what I'm going to do is to, maybe just to put it here. And of course, you can change different. Where's my override here? You can get shadow, you can get outline. Oh my gosh, I love this. Make it lighter. Make it whatever color that you think is stand out. Like a reddish color. I love this reddish color. Okay, and the shadow, I'm going to get a some crazy shadow. Okay, cyberpunkish outline. Okay, constant line shadow. Okay, you can increase this. Okay, shadow outline size, increase the outline size. I believe it's already pretty big now. Okay. But yeah, I just want to quickly play around with this. Of course, you can have a specific font, you can import font, right? You can load it. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, okay? And I believe my face is kind of obstructing the thing here, so I'm going to move it to the left. Okay, so yeah, so once you got that, you are going to use the signal to actually change the label, right? Label is just some text. So how to actually get that signal working? So basically, when the code that enter the area of the player, got arrow to D here, we're going to trigger. So, but if you remember previously, we put this trigger inside the player. Well, it kind of do not work this way. So what I'm going to do is to cut it and delete it. So there's like no reference here. Save it. I'm going to rewrite it in the game. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to, of course, you can just paste the code here. But I think the better way is just going to go to the node and actually like search for that signal. Okay, I believe it's called area entered. Okay, how to spell the area entered? Okay, there is none. Okay, I believe I should choose the game. And where is this? On area entered. Script hidden visibility change. So yeah, I got it. Sorry. You should click the game here, right? The reason I can't find it, that's because as this scene here, I'm choosing the game, so I can't find it. But I need to click this area to the player, and then I can actually find it. And remember, I just deleted it in the code, but still we got this entry, which we do not need. So I'm going to delete it. Okay, I'm going to disconnect or delete it. Okay, I think it's like a go to the method where I'm like not actually calling this method. Okay, so this is pretty weird. Okay, I play this game again, and after compile and stop it, right click, you can disconnect finally. Okay, I believe this is some kind of bug, because if you did not disconnect and delete the code, even you delete code here, I think it's you should be able to fix it. Doesn't really matter. Let's go back, okay, to the game, because I want to add the functionality, the connection, the signal here. But if I choose the game, I won't be able to get it. So I will choose player, and then here, after I delete it, I can double click, and then I can put it inside the game. On player area entered, yeah. On gold player area entered. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. On player area, there's a player. Yeah, good. I'm going to use this name. So if you go back here, you can see game on, yeah, here. So inside the game rather than inside the player, because I choose this game and play my cursor here, so it automatically add it here. On player area entered, and it's connected here. Okay, so everything is fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to get hold of the label right here. So here's another tip for you. So remember, when I declare things, I think I already introduced guys why we need to on ready, because you want things to be ready before everything is initialized, so you can correctly reference it. Okay, it's a good practice, and here we can do that. So what I'm going to do is to get hold of the label, and when we enter, when the code enter the area, you can send a signal and change it. Okay, so how to do that? pretty simple. I want to get hold of this. So you can click and drag. You can get something like this, okay? But if you click, hold and drag, and holding command, if you Windows is control, and let it go, you get unready var label and label. It's just automatically write all this code for you, okay? So this is the safer way to reference the label. And I'm going to reference it, okay? I'm going to copy the label and paste it here. So instead of pass, of course you can just print and all that, yada yada. You can just test it by looking at the console, but we already done that in a previous video. So what I'm going to do is to actually get hold of the label and update it. But before we update it, of course, you can just get hold of the label. Say, hey, we got a label. Hey, we got a text. Okay, we got text, and we can like constantly change it. So once you send that, I'm gonna change it. But right now, I need a placeholder to constantly update the text. So what I'm gonna do is to declare it on top of here another variable as well. So here comes to a good practice of declaring the global variable. Okay, so this variable is going to be used a lot of places. You're going to add an underscore. So var, so for example, we want to add some scoring system. So instead of just using score, of course you can do that. I'm going to add a underline before it because I'm going to use it elsewhere. So this is a good common practice. So for example, you got some score declared inside this code elsewhere, but it also got a score. It's got like a duplication, and the compiler do not know which score you're referring. So good practice, global add-on score. Okay, it's good practice. It's an integer, right? Starting from 0, and I'm going to use this underline score. So go back. Every time you send a signal, get hold of this number, and I'm going to plus equal to 1. That means I'm going to constantly updating. And of course, you can just simply get the score here, of course, but it's not a string. So I already made this mistake in my previous video, so this time I'm going to do that smarter by changing that to a string. So then the label will change, okay? Start from 0 all the way, add a 1, add a 1. Let's quickly test it. Okay, 0, 0, 0, that's good. 1, okay, here comes the bug, right? 2, it's updating. It's a good, it's good improvement. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, if I do I move away, still 10, 11. Okay, but it kind of like replaced the original 0, 0, 0. So it's like a triple 0. So what I'm gonna do is to make placeholder. It's a kind of like a string formatting, but using 0, 0, 0 as a placeholder. So normally I would have 0, 0, 0 and then 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2. Okay, I need that pattern. So what I'm going to do is to, instead of just replace the whole label's text, we say string, change the score. I will get this string formatting, placeholder, okay, 0, and I'm going to 3 because it's 0, 0, 0, so 0, 0, 1, okay, and using the score as string formatting. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully it will be seamless and will not replace. Okay, there must be something wrong here, so let's quickly check. Okay, my bad, silly mistake. I should have a digit here. Sorry, that's the reason why it's not recognizing. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna move. So you guys focus here. 0, 0, 1. That's good. 0, 0, 2. Yeah, that's so much better. Okay, we got a functional scoring system as long as the Go Eget touch or enter the area that specifies the player You can get a scoring system. That's brilliant. That's kind of an achievement, right? Yeah. Well, this feeling, you can't imagine what I'm feeling right now. This is like one of my childhood's most loved, my favorite game in my childhood, and right now I can do that in my spare time. Okay, using an open source engine. Oh my gosh, I love Godot engine. Great thanks to the developer. I really appreciate this, like free software, open source. I can achieve a lot. I love it. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much pretty long, or 15 minutes. I tend to make my video size like bite size, so you guys can like introduce you one concept and practice and improve a single video. Okay, so quick review. We learn about label. We learn about like review about already, and we safely reference that. We combined what we learned about signal, combined it together, and got a send signal and update UI, just as promised. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty late. I'm going to go to bed now, and don't forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. Okay, and next video we're going to continue to make our game a better game. Okay, so thanks, bye.